So, I recently tweeted a phrase that I'm going to repeat and I'm going to back it up. I don't care what your gender is or what you think about it. I don't need to know. I don't care. I'm not your friend. Never been your friend. If I am your friend, then I will care. But if I'm not your friend and I'm just going to get a burger or something, I don't give a fuck. You're just a random person, and I will describe you the same way I would describe you to a cop so they can find you. I'm not going to use your fucking preferred pronouns or your gender or whatever. I'm going to say a guy with tits because he had an Adam's apple in a dress punched me in the face. I'm going to say this woman that was really fat, but she had really bad, big fucking tits that she couldn't hide and had a shaved head, but it was still somehow dyed green and wearing glasses, punched me in the face. As a woman. Like, I'm not going to use your preferred pronouns. I'm going to describe you exactly how I would describe you to a police officer when I'm talking to you, someone else. Yeah, that big fat bitch over there with the green fucking buzzed hair. I mean, she's fucking annoying. I'm not gonna go, oh, he. I don't care about your fucking pronouns. Why the fuck would you think I ever gave a shit about anything you do in your life ever? I don't care if you die tomorrow. That is not going to affect me. You're not my family member. I don't know you. You are just a cog in the wheel of society to me. Quit trying to decide that you get more representation than anybody else because you want it. Don't ask, don't tell was the most beautiful thing during the 90s. Yeah, and during the 90s, there were pride parades. A parade where gay people just walked down the street fucking saying that they were happily gay. And then that was once a year. They weren't going down to the street in fucking bondage and fucking each other. They weren't having people coming out fucking furries and all you other weird sex fucking weirdos. That's not that what that was for. I grew up in California. I live in California. San Francisco's Pride Parade was for gay men. Nobody went to the Castro district when that was happening if you weren't gay. They were allowed to live their life. We, the straight people, were allowed to live ours. Now we live in a society with like TikTok and fucking YouTube and all of this other bullshit that is just bombarding our children because our children, they go to school. And you remember what it was like when you were a kid? You went to school and you went to school wearing shoes your parents bought you from like a discount shoe store like fucking Payless or whatever, depending on where you're from. I don't know what it's called. And then your classmate and your friend comes in wearing fucking brand new Air Jordans, and you're just like, fuck. And then all you do is ask your parents for Air Jordans, and they get it for you for Christmas when it's already out of style, and everybody's now wearing fucking Adidas or something else. You get it. But these kids are getting bombarded on TikTok the same way. And it's not from peer it is a form of peer pressure, but it's not peer pressure. It's social media pressure, which is different because a peer is somebody that's your own age that goes to school with you that you know. These are people they don't fucking know that are way older than them, just instilling in their minds this stupid bullshit. Like my 21-year-old nephew, he watches fucking all of these fucking videos about cars burning out and fucking driving around stupidly, and he has the nerve to tell me and his dad When we're hanging out eating barbecue, yeah, I want to get this car because I want to fucking do this, 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 and we both look at him like, are you fucking stupid? You need a car to get back and forth from work, not to fucking race around, fucking get into a crash, fly off a cliff. No, that shit ain't fucking happening. And he looked so dejected. He looked as if like he wasn't ever not allowed to do that. You know what I mean? And he was just like, "Mm, but that's how our kids are growing up because they're watching these stupid fucking channels and they're watching these fucking stupid shit on TikTok and they're getting these fucking stupid ideas. And what's worse is that like these weird people that are teachers are also on TikTok, putting up TikToks talking about how they want to take your rights as a parent away. Like, fucking for real? People need to wake up around here because this is getting problematic. It I'm in my 40s now. I didn't realize I'd become like the grumpy old man this early in my life, but I am because I'm just watching. Like I was raised way differently. I'm a military brat. My grandfather, both of my grandfathers were Pearl Harbor vets. My grandmother was a USO girl in Pearl Harbor. She's a Pearl Harbor vet. My mom was fucking worked for the Coast Guard. My dad was in the Navy and the Coast Guard. Uh, my uncle was in the Air Force. My fucking brother is currently in the Navy. My other brother was in the Air Force for a limited time, but he tried his best. I'm the one that was like, nah, I don't want to be a hero, which isn't true because I want to be a hero. I want to be a hero for the American public. I want to stand up for them. I want them to know when like they're being taken advantage of by the government or by lawyers or by police. I don't know how. I don't know the best way to do that, but I want to do it. And I'm an intelligent human being, even though I may be handicapped and can't move around the same way I used to be able to. I am intelligent and I will figure it out eventually. I don't know if shooting videos like this helps, but at least it makes a public record of my words and lets society know I exist. And these are my thoughts. Nobody ever thinks about that. We kind of live in a live hard, die young kind of age right now. All the young people around us, like there's countless videos on YouTube and TikTok of young women. Oh, I expect my man to make $1 million, but you're 20. How old are you willing to date? Oh, he's got to be at least 25, make $1 million a year, take me on vacation. What? Like we are raising as a society stupid people. And we're doing it on purpose because we're raising them like they can do no wrong. And then when they do wrong, we run out as parents into the street and go, "Oh, my poor baby, he didn't do nothing. He was Meanwhile, his entire life, we're raising him that he could do no wrong and he could hurt flies all the time and it'll be forgiven. It's our fault as parents. We fucked up. But we just can't accept that, can we? It's always got to be somebody else's fault. The government, the schools, the fucking water has chemicals in it. Uh, the color of my skin. I'm from this country. Like it's like, and then not only do we have that type of absurd thinking here in America when it comes to getting in trouble in America, but we have the fucking nerve as Americans to go to other countries and still think that way. Go to Russia, break the law, and go, you're doing this because I'm black. No, motherfucker, you broke the fucking law. Like, I don't know what you people know about, like, the history of the earth, but here are the three oldest professions: prostitution, pimping, which I guess nowadays is called trafficking, but it's the same fucking thing, pimp, and slavery. They're the three oldest fucking professions on the world. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know it's going to shock you and break your little poor fragile heart to hear this, but almost every continent other than Australia and New Zealand south of the equator not only has racial slavery, trafficking, fucking prostitution, uh, well, China is kind of above the equator and below the equator, so it fits in this analogy. Racial slave, or not racial, religious slavery. They To pretend that slavery was an American problem and a white people problem is a laugh in the face of the history of the world. Vikings had slaves, the English had slaves, Spaniards had slaves, the Moors that took over Spain, the Jews that weren't able to escape became slaves to Muslims and Africans that took, like, seriously. Back in the day, if you were conscripted to an army, that was it. You were just in the army. That's fucking slavery. Like, we had slavery in America as recently as the Vietnam War. They had no choice. It was go to prison or go to war and die. Like, it was die one way or die the other. Because if they went to prison, they probably would have got destroyed by all the prisoners there that would have loved to get out and go to war because they were a coward. They fucking every outcome has positives and negatives. There's nothing that is ever going to work out for you individually ever for the rest of your life. The rest of your life is going to suck. You just got to suck it up, fucking live a good life, and hope and help the people around you to live a good life too. even if you disagree with them politically or socially. Everybody seems to forget that too. Just be a fucking good person. You disagree with this person politically and socially, that's just a disagreement. Something happens to them, you can still pick them up and make sure they're taken care of. And yet today, the people that think like that are cherished as heroes instead of what is supposed to be normal. You're not a hero if you do that. You're normal. Be normal.